Welcome back to another episode, Duncan Dynasty Podcast. I have some sad news, y'all. Unfortunately, earlier this week, my child, TT Timonius Duncan, passed away. We just found him in his tank. Head down, ass up. He hadn't ate none of his food. And he was dead. Dre was like, something smells bad. And we went into Sophia's room and that's when we found him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I couldn't do it, yeah. I couldn't do it. Jarrell had to clean it up. Doop. I was too emotional. I couldn't do it.
Right. Can you, some people who may not know us at all, can you tell them who TT is?
TT is my pet turtle. I've had TT for like 6 years now. I got him in college. He was this big, and then he grew to be about this big, I guess. Yeah. And yeah, he was a red-eared slider. I bought him in Denton at that Walmart off University on the side. There was a man on the side of the Walmart, like by the gas station, and he was selling turtles for like $10. And I always wanted a turtle.
He's a $10 turtle.
Yeah, he's a $10 turtle. So I bought one, and we've been kicking it ever since. He was with me in college, after college. He lived in Round Rock for a couple years.
He was well traveled.
He was. So this episode is dedicated to TT, forever in our hearts.
Dedicated to TT. Dang. Yeah, that was rough. Yep.
Yeah, we haven't even told Sophia yet.
Oh yeah, that part.
So,
at the time they were recording this.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna break it to
We don't want to drag it down too much. But look, we back, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to Duncan Dynasty Podcast, man. We trying to run them numbers up, man. Jasmine trying to quit a whole salary job just so we could sit here and talk to y'all all the time, get a whole studio set up, brand new house off of it. Just a room just for the podcast, a podcast room.
Yeah.
All that. We're going to get out the office and do the whole. There's a podcast room and there's an office. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. But y'all make sure y'all run it up. Help us out. Like, share, subscribe. If you like, man, my mama would really like this podcast. My sister.
Send it to them.
Come on.
Let them know.
That's all.
Down with the dynasty.
Right, man. And, we coming soon to audio platforms, so be on the lookout for that. DDP, going down. Yeah. And we back. Man. What's up, man?
Not much. How's your week been, babe?
My week has been good. Week has been cool. I had just one of those like times where you just got to realize you're on the mission, but you're not quite to your destination. Right. And like you can either get a reminder in a very nice way, or you can get a reminder in like a boom. Right. You know what I'm saying? Way. Rock bottom. Yeah. If you smell what I'm cooking. Yeah. This week, so I got one of those like rock bottom, and normally that kind of moment, it only has its impact internally, right? And to everybody else, we're like, yeah, we see exactly where you were. Right. My wife was like, yeah, I know where we are, right? But 1 week where I may feel uplifted and motivated and ready to go, then the next week I might be like,
sometimes everything. It's hard to keep that optimism. Like week after week after week. Like we've been doing this for a whole year now.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you just need that quick little, there's nothing wrong with a quick little cry.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. What did I say earlier? So weakness leaving the body.
That's weakness leaving the body.
And you come back refreshed and renewed and ready to grind again.
Facts. And plus, when I got you. You know what I'm saying? So like no matter, it may be an internal feeling like by myself, I never feel like discouraged or like my family isn't reaching its potential. I feel like as a family, we kicking ass. You know what I'm saying? Especially because the goals for having what we would see as an ideally successful family, we've already reached a lot of those goals.
Right.
So it's like we made it in the family sense, but you gotta I have other goals that are attached to
like career goals,
professional goals, media goals, all kind of stuff like that, so that all contributes to the family. So even though we've already made it as a family, I'm like, nah, we need to be feet up. You know what I'm saying? Just living good, feeling good all the time. And that pressure that I put on myself is something that, it just comes out. Sometimes if you don't meet the standard or expectations that you have, and that's just what it is. But we are extremely blessed. You know what I'm saying? God is good. My wife is great. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's great. LeBron's fine. You know what I'm saying? And
alive and well.
Yeah.
LeBron right there with us.
Yeah. He right there.
Sophia, she be on the other house and she come back. LeBron be struggling with us.
Facts. LeBron definitely be struggling right there with us. Or living it up, kind of. I think LeBron just live a consistent life.
He blessed because he's on them streets where he could be if he keep throwing up on our flow. But I'm glad you're feeling better now, babe. And I know it just comes with our lifestyle is gonna be ups and downs.
Yeah.
Financially, emotionally, everything is gonna be ups and downs.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell people, don't get it twisted. You want that entrepreneurial life. Yeah, you don't work for anybody, but the world still has the same expectations. You still got the same bills, no matter where your income comes from. You still got the same other financial responsibilities. We all do. No matter where your income comes from, that's just part of your solution to solve those problems. You know what I'm saying? How you pay that water bill. They don't care how you pay it.
Right.
Just pay it. You know what I'm saying? They only care when you're applying your application for, you know what I'm saying? Like when you had to get into the house, when we had to buy the house, we had to show all of the income where it comes from. After that point, they're like, just pay and pay on time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but we always need, you just said it though, just now, we always need that, we always need the, like the wind down time. And how do we like to wind down? What do we do when we like to wind down? We watch TV.
Oh, right.
Good Lord,
I was like, we smoke weed.
All right.
That's what I like to do to wind down.
Yeah, but I don't do that to wind down. That's part of life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think for some people TV. Yeah, well, yeah.
So you're like, so you don't have to use your brain as much when you watch TV. You just be chilling. And time passes. And now it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, we're talking about boring shit, y'all. Well, in reality, we just wind down time. I ain't talking about time where you're trying to be seen or trying to do anything extra. It's just like, how do you like to, like Jasmine said, kind of unplug your brain for a quick second. And
I don't be watching this trash TV.
Oh, we love trash TV. That's a fact. We love trash TV. We got a TV lineup, so it's always about what we're watching on TV. So let's do it.
So I hope y'all are up to date and caught up on Love is Blind.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's one of our favorite
on Netflix
shows. On Netflix,
yeah.
Yes. They just had the reunion episode. You know what? You remember we were talking about, so on the reunion episode, they had all the couples that were married and like they're still together, and then that didn't get married.
Right.
And you remember we were talking about Charleen and Matt and how they were acting kind of weird?
Yeah.
I read an article on that. And apparently Charleen was talking about there's nothing weird going on with them and their marriage, but she was just feeling weird about everyone talking about her, like in general, just being on the show.
TV thing.
Right, being on TV and then having to talk about, the whole pool singing again. I'm pretty sure that was like triggering. And she's like, why the did I say that?
Yeah.
I would have been thinking the same thing.
Right.
But that's the thing with being on TV. Like, you slip up and say something that you shouldn't have said, and that's there forever.
Right.
And you just have to deal with that shit.
Yeah. No, for real. And you do have to just deal with it. I mean, later in this episode, we're going to start talking about visibility and vulnerability from the content creator side, but content creator, like internet TV, it's all blended. We're just in the streaming era right now. You know what I'm saying? We're just in the streaming era. So TV and internet is all like the way everything is right now. It's all grouped in with that new media stuff. Yep. Love is Blind. What else? Let me see. So yeah, what is it? Colleen and Matt.
Yeah. And then that other girl, what was her name?
Alexis and Brennan.
Yeah. I like them. I didn't think they was gonna make it.
To be honest. I didn't, only because I wasn't sure how much the money conversation was a big piece. So like for them, if y'all, I don't know, if you watching us, you probably watch the show if you watching this segment right now, but you definitely should. But with this one, don't want to know spoilers if you haven't. F that. This is definitely spoilers.
Spoiler.
We talking about the reunion, like
right.
Duh.
I hope y'all watched it.
I hope you watched it by now. If not, pause this really quick. Pause this. Go watch the show. Then come right back to this part, and then you'll be caught up. Because spoiler alert. So she comes from money. I can't remember. Yeah, right. He doesn't. He's like hardworking, just like middle low class type. But they connected in the pods. Of course, remember the premise of the show is that on Love is Blind, you meet without seeing one another. You just simply talking and connecting, chopping it up multiple times a day, multiple weeks or whatever. Right? So once they were exposed to each other's families and everything he was exposed to her family on the show. They noticed that it was a lot of, everything was really about money and luxury and things like that. They didn't have like really strong bonds. So
that was a struggle for them. Yeah, she would always talk about how, I'm not used to like showing affection because my parents never showed me affection. Like we don't even really say we love each other and stuff like that. So that was like something she had to like work on. And I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. But they made it work. She changed her ways and she's like working on herself, being more affectionate. You have to learn like your partner's love languages, and if they like physical touch, then you're gonna have to work on that with them and like do it more, practice it. It's not something that comes automatically, of course, but
right. Yeah, that's true. And I know I could have sworn we talked about that on episode 1. If not, it's on one of the lost episodes. Don't worry about it. For real, don't worry about that. But no, real talk, understanding your partner's love languages is always an important thing. So like, as much as we like to clown and talk about deeming it trash TV and all that stuff, mainly because it doesn't really bring tons of value to your life because they aren't you. So, it's really just passing the time. At the same time, there's always little like golden nuggets that you could take away from it, which is why we're talking about it now with y'all. But it's like, you can always take away like the idea about love languages. That's important. I know for us, we've already went through that. We had to understand each other's love languages, but it never stops. To this day, I still have to cater to what your love languages are. You know what I'm saying? Like what really works,
True. But the other thing that shocked me on the reunion was the fact that SK and Raven are still together.
Yeah.
But he said no at the altar.
Well, yeah. I don't, they on those shows, I always think about it like think about it though. I know what the show is. I'm supposed to fall for a person and then immediately get married.
Yeah.
Like
that's crazy.
Yeah. That's
this is within like a month, maybe.
Within a month. I'm supposed to fall in love with this person, get to know him, start to like him, fall in love with him. Fall in love first.
Yeah, that's all within a month. Before you see them, you're proposing.
Right.
And then after you propose, that's when you meet the family, and then y'all start seeing each other in person. Y'all have to live together. Oh, Jesus. And some people on here, don't get me started on Cole.
No, it gets crazy. But no, I mean, yeah. I mean, but I'm just saying that the premise of the show, that's the premise of the show. And you're trying to make that happen. But for Raven and like SK, think about it. I may like you a whole lot. In fact, like when I met Jasmine as a person, I liked her before I was interested romantically in her. And then even once we became romantically involved or whatever like that, it still was like I wouldn't have married her that
Right
fast.
away. Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, yeah, it took a, I mean, now granted, I did know that I was going to marry you pretty quick after dating, but I'm talking about when I first sparked interest. You got to think about, like, that time is so crazy. It's no, you don't have any time at all.
So I can't blame him for saying no.
No at the altar, but yes in real life.
Yeah, let's date some more. And then, like, the whole thing with him being in California, her being in Texas, like, they wouldn't even be able to live together right away.
And at the reunion, they explained that.
Right. They did, which is good. But I was reading something today talking about he actually has another girlfriend that he was been with since 2019.
Tell me more.
Yeah, CPT. So she put out this whole TikTok talking about, oh, this is us in 2019 going on these trips together, blah, blah, blah. This is years go on. Then he goes on the show and she like sees text messages from Raven, and he has Raven saved in his phone as Beyonce. And she's like, who is this? What is this? And he was like, oh, it's just for the show. It's just for money. It's not serious. And she's like, oh, okay, well.
No.
Yes, that's what he said. Meanwhile, Raven is like really into this guy. Like,
and by the way, we feel like she's really forcing it.
Yeah.
I no shade to her or whatever. And she may really seems to really be falling for him. But you know how like some people are like, I should be married. Right. I should be better off in my romantic life.
This is a nice guy. I don't see any red flags, so
he's the right guy.
Right.
So I'm just gonna go. And a lot of people do that. Yeah. And it'd be like, that's the wrong. You about to do life for real with this person. You better like them in more than one ways. I'm sorry, you gotta lust and love. You can't like force yourself to. People be really trying to fit that square peg in a round hole, and damn, she got played. So what else? What else happened? What else you find out from this
what else?
Other woman? And this was on IG?
I saw this on Facebook, but it's a TikTok she made.
Oh, okay. She was really putting it out there.
All
Yeah.
their text messages, all their pictures together.
Yeah.
Videos.
Yeah.
She had all the receipts.
Because she embarrassed at this point. Yeah. Her friends are probably like, bro, this like, dude on Netflix. Yeah.
But it was just a mess. Now she's talking about how she wanted to meet Raven, and he was like, no, we don't need to do that. And then Raven found out about her because the actual girlfriend followed Raven on Instagram.
Come on.
Of course, like
she made a whole TikTok video.
Friends, then let's be all friends together. And then now Raven talking to SK, talking about who is this girl and all this. I don't know, but messy.
Now, so my question was, remind me real quick, was that before the reunion of what we just watched? Or we don't know because we don't know when the reunion's really shot?
Right. We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know. So I don't know. I feel like I don't even know. I want to say before, but they seem cordial at the reunion. I don't know.
All right. So what's the lesson that we learned from our trash TV? No, we always got a lesson from the trash TV. What's the lesson we learned from the trash TV as far as Raven and SK?
Even ugly niggas ain't shit.
That's fair.
That's the lesson. All right.
Even ugly niggas ain't shit. That's funny.
Anyways.
That's hilarious. But basically, it's kind of an event.
Because when I see SK and I see Raven, I'm like, I don't know if
he not on that level physically.
He's not on her level, really. But, I've dated a couple ugly niggas in my past, too. And they're really nice people. Exactly.
R.I.P.
But
shout out to them. Appreciate your fuck up. I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Even ugly niggas ain't shit.
Crazy.
They still be out here wild.
Yeah. And then I got a one for the guys because it's just like, fellas, like we gotta, do better. Like it's just kind of like, yes, okay. Let's say Raven is a catch, and to every guy we go, yes, Raven's a catch, right? But before you got the Raven, you already had a woman who you walked out the door but was holding a remote type shit. Like you really was already, That you did your thing with the woman, fell in love, were happy at some point, fell out of love, or y'all start having problems. But she was so he okay.
Besides her being a white girl, but other than that, they was neck and neck. I don't see how he be pulling all these baddies.
You wild.
What? Did I say something bad?
No, Jasmine, y'all. But yes, if they on the same level, no. But I'm just saying, guys, just learn how to close the door. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have them all, Ash Ketchum.
Yeah, he's trying to.
You can't have them all. No, you're real. He on his Pokemon shit. You can't have them all. And guys, that's what we'll do because we know. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I believe that guys are like, I'm not quite sure. We don't understand the mind of a woman, so we're like, I'm not quite sure, and I don't want to burn any bridges. I don't want to burn any bridges because what if the next one is good in her own way, but just not quite enough? At least I'll have a place to go back. I gotta keep it a buck.
No, you cannot have the cake and eat it too.
Man, let's cue that future.
You're not supposed to eat the cake.
Yeah.
You're supposed to sit there. That's it.
What?
Leave it.
Explain that.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know what the hell
you
you're
hate
talking
that
about.
saying? You can't have your cake and eat it.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the hell you
Like,
talking
what
about?
am I supposed to do with it then?
Have your cake. Yeah, that's a good point. Just sit it there. No, you gotta let that cake go. That's not your cake.
Right. You're not supposed to eat the cake. You're supposed to throw it out.
That's why that don't work. It's like, no, you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna just keep it there. That's what guys be doing.
That's what he be doing.
Come on. That's a good one. Yeah, I like that. But that makes no sense. The cake just sitting there getting stale. Come on, man. That could be, just give it to somebody else.
Someone else can enjoy that cake.
Right. And so that's my thing. He gets with old girl. I don't know her name. Shout out to you. But he gets to the opportunity of Love is Blind. Right. Still holding on to the remote, like I said. And it's
Pause. Love is Blind, you get money from?
Okay. So if I don't know how the contracts are worked out, but think about it like this. The exposure alone is worth $1.
After.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
I mean, unless you're trying to be the president, it probably can help you out in a lot of occupations simply because if the marketing of you being on the show is good for the brand and the revenue.
Start following you, business start.
Yeah.
Whatever he did. I don't know
right. Some medical something, but that's not the point though. He could still on the side get a brand deal for a coffee cup. You know what I'm saying? People like that's what you should do. I said that before. Every time we watching that trash TV, I'd be like, if I had an opportunity, we lit.
Shows, yeah.
Oh, we lit.
Just exposure. I'm just here for the exposure.
Because I could sell you whatever.
Right.
If I get the exposure, I could sell you whatever. So maybe it's like, yeah, you could do club appearances, all kind of stuff, because we back outside now. So it's like now that that's true. I'm sure we can still get COVID, but Raven do got some ads. Oh,
she got some. Anyways.
But no, man. So Love is Blind is one of ours, and they just wrapped it up. Man, y'all run that back. We got to see another season. We love that. Trash TV.
Trash TV.
Yeah. So the next one isn't really trash, but we spent some time on it.
It's high quality.
I'm gonna tell you.
High quality black TV.
I've got to go with the Lil Rel special. Before we get back into another one of our what do you call it? The sitcoms, the series, yeah. The Lil Rel Howery special, fire.
Yeah, he's funny.
Come on. Lil Rel is one of my favorites anyways, but if you haven't seen it, you don't even have to be really a Lil Rel fan. Like kind of like, you know how like when you're a Kevin Hart fan, some of the jokes hit because you watched.
Right.
You know, you get the reference from the other stuff. Just funny. He's touching on different stuff in social media, pop culture, things that we're seeing going on. The bit that he did, and I don't like really repeating comics like jokes because you need to see it. I don't have comedic timing that they intended it for. Yeah. But the bit that he did, we might have to watch it back tonight. The bit that he did with the Brooklyn pastor.
Oh,
bro. All I'm gonna tell y'all is make sure y'all go watch that. And I love these comics that we remember from back in the day. Like Lil Rel been getting it. He used to be like a heavy set dude before he got in shape. Yeah. He talked about getting shape in this one. And he used to be still a funny kind of local Chicago vibe type of comedian that you just happen to know about. And now he's like on a different type of level with his comedy.
Yeah, he's been out here longer than just Get Out.
Yeah. That was just sometimes the cream deserves the rise to the top, right? And that's just one of them. I'm glad the Get Out opportunity happened because now he got more like Hollywood opportunities. But just on the stand-up tip, one of the best.
Some TV comedian or TV
he did his show.
Comedy people aren't really funny on stand-up.
Right. Right.
His stand-up is good.
Yeah.
But he started out as stand-up.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I know him from. You know, if you go, I use like Pandora for one of the main reasons the comedy stations on Pandora are lit. You know, so I just like listening to those, and I discover a lot of comedians just trying to, you know, how they just play a random song. The comedy stations are the same, so it might be a random joke from a random comedian that's not what you typed in, but it's kind of that style or a little bit outside of it. And I discovered Lil Rel years ago through just listening to somebody else's thing. It might have been like Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle or something like that. But yeah. So man, shout out to Lil Rel, man. You know, come on, man, fire. And then the other one that we watched was the Deion Cole special. I thought that one was pretty good. We ain't gonna rank them, both for their own type of comedy, different type of comedy, but it's also a good one as well. And he just kind of Deion Cole has like that timeless comedy. I feel like he could have put out the same special 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, and it still would have been funny. Yeah. Like Lil Rel's was kind of talking about like current stuff that's going on, and he played off of it, and then he also ad-libbed and stuff. But Deion Cole was kind of just giving you things that some of your classic OG top 10, top 5 comedians gave you. The bit that he did about dating an older woman and all this kind of stuff like that. Hilarious. But yeah, I mean that's what we've been watching a little bit. And then last but not least, this is one of Jasmine's favorite on Hulu, right? Which is Reasonable Doubt.
Oh yes, Reasonable Doubt. It's about this female lawyer and her life and this big case she's working on where this guy apparently killed his mistress, blah, blah, blah. But it is good. Good. It's kind of like, I don't want to say it gives you Scandal vibes, but if y'all like, you know, the black female lawyers look and then their personal lives as well, check it out. Love it. Okay, so I'm one of the people that never really got into Scandal really at all. Just never watched it, but I get it. Like I get that's cool. Okay. So and then what else do you like about like the show Reasonable Doubt? Because I mean, one, there's familiar actors in there, like Michael Ealy, Sean Patrick, that which plays the billionaire guy from Save the Last Dance. Yeah. There's people in there that kind of help carry it, faces that you know from like, you know, notable film and TV and stuff. But I like actually I like the writing of it. The script is pretty good, and they be like talking like
realistic.
Like, yeah. Like when she talking to her friends, and then talking to her husband, her kids, everything is realistic. Yeah,
and not to ruin the show too, I like some of these concepts, like you mentioned, the writing itself, where it's not played out concepts. Her family ain't necessarily a happy family. Right, separated from the husband, having issues with the kids, because that's real life. That's what happens when you have teenagers or young teenagers. Both kids are like, you know, kind of aging, but not adults yet. And they got attitudes because they got their own lives.
That little boy,
yeah.
I wanted strangle his. When she took that doorknob off, I was like, exactly.
Right.
I told the ass to stop locking the door.
Yeah. Can they be thinking they grown? So man, yeah.
Like, what's happening here?
I don't know.
Say my black mama, she went. But when she took
that's the part. Yeah, we were like, okay,
she's getting it. It's coming.
Yeah, and of course, but it's if you find yourself, to me, it ain't really trash TV. So I know it's under our trash TV segment, but it's really just TV. But if you find yourself damn near talking back to the TV or saying, "Oh, that would have never done," and you like talking back to the script. It's a good show, right? Because if you're like, well, I would have done it this way, or they shouldn't have shown that part, that means that it's got you enough to make you think.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And we it only has one season out right now. I think we're on episode like 4 or 5. So we still got ways to go.
So that was like current. When we,
Yeah.
Say what we're watching right now, maybe what's on TV right now or something with us versus saying trash TV, but whatever. We'll figure it out. But yeah, shout out to whoever put that together, man. Reasonable Doubt, y'all on Hulu. Y'all go check that out. And then now, Reasonable Doubt brought up like some really good stuff, fun stuff like we were talking about with the writing. About like what's acceptable, what's not acceptable in dating. And of course, we covered that as well with like Love is Blind and stuff like that. And y'all know we always gonna be sharing our 2 cents, I guess 4 cents combined, on anything relationship involved with relationship stuff like that. Now, we brought this up and we had to chop it up with y'all about this. I don't know how it came about, but getting dogged out. Because some people getting dogged out versus doing the dogging. Because that's how it works, right? You either get ate. You know what I'm saying? You eating or you getting ate. And then some people are just like, let's just not do either. Let's not do either. Let's have a adult relationship. We're talking about like hopefully before marriage, hopefully before you find that person.
Hopefully you get all your dogging and whatever the hell out before you get married.
And
make sure you're getting dog. And make sure when you're looking for that special someone that they already went through their little whole phase, because you don't need to have it over here.
Come on.
I feel like everyone should have a whole phase. I don't care how long it is. I don't know. Just as long as you have that little phase before you commit yourself to someone. Because you need to get all that out your system. You don't need to let it fester up. Let it out.
Yeah. Because I can't have you over here 10 years later, 3 kids later, how many bank accounts together?
Having what ifs and how wonders and no.
Man, I'm sorry. Look, your first time as I like to speak to the fellas real quick, but your first time having a woman's heart should not be in marriage, bro. It just look, I get it. I know everybody be trying to abstain from sex and all that kind of stuff like that. They ain't got nothing to do with just simply dating. Yes, sex a lot of times is part of it in culture today, but at the same time, just date. You get what I'm saying? Like even I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Of course, as y'all know, we talk to Sophia. I don't know why I say that, but even with that, I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna need her to date at a healthy age. Like, because if I talk to her and her ideas of success is eventually getting married and doing that thing, like if that's part of her goals, then I have to go, ooh, don't start with the dude you walk down the altar with. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I would give my daughter the same type of advice I would give a homegirl or whatever. Yo, I'm sorry, you got a date, and I don't want to say it to you. Your parents don't want to say it to you, but get the whole phase out. Yeah. Don't be going into committing with somebody, dragging them down with you, and then fucking all that up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
get it out early.
Get it out.
And this doesn't mean have sex with everybody. No. This means, go out, date a little bit here, date a little bit there.
If you don't like where you at, get up, walk out. Yeah, and it's that. And then some people consider that, what we talking about in this topic, getting dogged out or dogging somebody out. Yeah. So that's the topic. How do you know, right, that you're dogging somebody out or getting dogged out? Let's keep that there, and I have another question.
First, we need to define what is dogging out.
Okay. So, what my definition of if I'm dogging someone out, I understand that we have feelings, or I at least understand that you have feelings. That's all. I just need to understand that the other person has feelings, and there's been rules established or unofficially established, or hey, open your eyes and your ears. This person has told you what's okay with them, what this is, if we're exclusive, non-exclusive, open relationship, all that, right? That's been established already. And then I decide, but I'm still trying to figure out what's out here. But I'm not gonna man up from a man's perspective, of course. I'm not gonna man up and tell you. Instead, I just gotta keep my options open. Like I said, the SK Raven thing. What is your definition of dogging someone out? Just that one.
Yeah, it would be like you talking to someone. Talking to someone, like y'all have mutual feelings for each other, and it's exclusive. So this means we're not supposed to be talking to anybody else, but you end up talking to someone else.
It's the exclusivity.
Or feelings, for a female's perspective. Feelings with someone else.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the exclusive part, and then going outside of that exclusivity.
Okay. Right. And then, so that's what I'm saying. It changes if you guys haven't confirmed that you're exclusive. Do you think it changes if you haven't confirmed it, right. Really? If we have to have a moment. So somebody has to say we're exclusive, or however you phrase that, your own synonym. But you basically have to say, I'm not out in these streets no more.
Right.
It's me and you. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Man, ain't nobody saying engagement, marriage, or nothing like that. Just simply establishing, and the other person has to say, cool.
Right. And that's where you're supposed to say, I'm with you, or I'm in these streets.
Yeah. I'm cool with being with you and having loyalty to you, but I'm more of an open relationship type. Or that's the point where you stated if you're trying to keep it a thou wow.
Don't have that conversation.
A lot of people don't have that conversation.
And then that's when you're like, I didn't dog you out. We was never.
A lot of y'all, I forgot what comedian said. A lot of y'all women just thought you was in relationships. You ain't get dogged out. That man ain't never said it was you and him. Right. He ain't never confirmed none of that. Right. And every time you ask him, diversion. Every time. If that's the case, ladies, you ain't in a relationship.
Right.
It takes two.
That's right. Yeah.
Cool. That's what? What's up? What's up?
That's already trying to tell these niggas.
Yeah. Real talk.
So, people be accusing me of dogging them out. I said, no, we was never together. So
come on.
They're dogging you out.
It's crazy. And that's what I'm saying. That removal. So what's the definition of dogging someone out? Oh, I'm sorry, getting dogged out. If it's you, the recipient, the person with the feelings.
Right.
Yeah. What's the definition, your definition of getting dogged out?
Getting dogged out. Like, we were exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
But that's hard to say. Like, were we boyfriend and girlfriend? I mean, we was...
See, come on.
We was exclusively having sex.
You believed. See, because see how it works? That's why we're trying to give it to you. You're getting dogged out. My definition of getting dogged out, it's definitely the awareness. Put it that way.
Like
because
someone playing?
you know that the feelings are there. So check this out. I think it changes. When you're the person that's getting dogged out, you're like, every sign I gave was an agreement. So you get what I'm saying? The person that's getting dogged out may be falling in love at first sight.
Yeah.
And the person that's doing the dogging, it takes them longer. It's not that they're just pure evil. Nobody's 100% evil. That person that's taking them longer, the only thing they're wrong about is not communicating.
Yeah.
But the person that also a lot of times is claiming that they're getting dogged out, they are not communicating either. So what will happen is, like you said already, you in your past, somebody was like, you dogging me out, and you're going, at what point was there a declaration of like something with us? Like it's established.
Never.
You ever been on my IG, my Facebook?
Right.
You ain't never met my parents? You ain't never, you see what I'm saying? It was just things that you would do. Let's say maybe on the way, even far away from the altar, but on the way.
Right.
If you ain't never did none of that stuff, not even a glimpse of that, yeah. And then there's a lot of fuck boys and stuff like that out there that really, man, they be dragging it on. Yeah. By that, I just simply mean like, hey, man, you actually did take her to meet your mama and all that kind of stuff.
Bro, I was on Twitter today, Mom. if a nigga take you to meet his mama, that don't mean nothing.
Not now.
It don't mean nothing because niggas take multiple girls within the same time span to meet their mama.
Like it's part of the process.
Right. And then she be getting your name mixed up with the other girl name, and that's when you're like.
Now your mama the biggest. Your mama keeping it the most pee out of everybody.
That didn't happen to me before.
What did you took him to your mama?
No. He took me to his mama.
Oh, it was still was one of many.
Right, one of many. Yeah.
You be wild.
Everybody just been in and out the house, in and out.
And what do you do? Because you like, as a woman, as the mama.
Our son does that. What are we gonna do? Or dog?
No, but check this out though. Look, one of the rules that I grew up with, because my mom had all boys. Don't just be bringing everybody in my house like that. Even if, I'm not talking about sneaking. She means don't even bring them to me.
Right.
Don't bring everybody up in my house like that. If you don't feel like that about that girl, I don't have time.
I got to a point. My dad was like, "If you ain't marrying him, I don't want to meet him."
You told me that. You told me that.
Like, damn, I done brought too many.
No, because you got to think about it. It's already uncomfortable as a dad, bro. Like, I don't. Y'all been dating, so in my head I go, so you've been fucking my daughter, cool. You've been kissing on her neck and taking her panties off. I don't want to think about this. No, that's what I'm saying. See where you at? Shit, that's dad over there, y'all. But that right there, you don't want to think about the truth. Yeah. So I'd rather just meet less of you. Right. What is the point?
It makes sense now.
Right? Yeah. You're taking up my time. We going to dinner tonight, Dad. Who? Oh, Ricky. Oh, okay. And I got to meet 10 Rickies in the next 2 years. You know what I'm thinking? One. Okay.
Get it from my daddy. Just like her daddy, huh?
Jasmine has been raising a boy. All right. Okay. No, but it's like that, man. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. But getting dogged out, we probably do another part 2 or something like that on that. But man, y'all don't be out there dogging nobody out, knowing damn well that they got feelings for you.
Let us know what y'all definition of dogging out is.
Yeah.
Are we spot on or are we off and kind of outdated?
Are we outdated? Yeah, we've been out the game for some years, so let us know. Yeah. Now, earlier in the episode, I just wanted to revisit something before we wrap up. We were talking about like the vulnerability and visibility thing that Charleen from Love Is Blind was having. She was struggling with.
Girl, I feel like that's something I was struggling with too.
Why is that?
Like, because people just, when you get on social media and you share your life with people, and then they just start critiquing everything about you, it can like take a toll on your mental and, just how you feel about yourself and how you feel about, your life. Like, do I want to live this life or do I just want to go ghost,
Right.
So I can totally relate. I'm not there yet, but just from seeing other people go through it, it just makes me real nervous.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. Right now, it's either the love or the ignore. You know what I'm saying? But it'll get to a point where a person becomes a fan of you or look up to you or look to you for something.
And they start following your every move. And then, of course, you got the haters that are going to like.
Well, haters are fans too.
Right.
By definition, you're a fan.
It's still a fan.
You following.
But there's like, they take the negative part of everything and bring it to light.
Yeah.
Trolling,
and all that.
Probably gonna get canceled a couple times. No big deal.
Oh, I know we gonna get canceled. Tell y'all right now, Duncan ain't afraid of no canceling, man. You're. we stand on who she was. We stand on who we are. So we never claiming to be perfect. None of that. We still working it out.
Agree with us either.
We do not care. It's just the act of sharing our life, our opinions, our beliefs, and just our methods and everything in hopes to give you something to learn from, whether you want to follow or don't.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We putting ourselves out there like anybody else. So it just is what it is. But yeah, that stuff is tough. And it's I'm trying to create a lot of content right now, for the financial services, with Harvest, the Canabras, and that's a different side of my media.
Yeah, like even from a business standpoint, there's a certain level of vulnerability that you have to have. Especially now, because they're like, people are like, authenticity is what people like, and that's what gives you all. You don't think so?
No, keep going.
That's what gives you all the, the views and the likes and the attention that you want, being authentic to yourself.
And y'all still capping.
Right. And it's like, I do want to be authentic, but
y'all still capping.
The other side of that.
Let me tell you, y'all still capping. The majority of everybody on social media just is what it is. Like, there's a lot of prep to give you how they do it every day. There's a lot of prep that goes into how you do it every day.
What? Like, my rah-rah life? I don't think y'all ready for that.
First of all, I ain't got the perfect lighting on my rah-rah life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a fact. But it's because you're trying to present something. You're trying to project something. Even now, like us doing this, we got things set up in a certain angle, the microphone, the cameras, the light. It's so that you get what we're trying to give you, right? But then people can go overboard with setting that up now that we all can cut the cameras on and be stars in front of the camera if you catch on, if you go viral. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's just part of it.
So I feel like now that I'm trying to be more of a lifestyle content creator, it's like, how much do I really want to show? Because it comes from like a safety standpoint. Like, yes, like that's why I don't try to like post where we're at in the moment. It'll be like a week later or the next day or whatever once we leave. And then even with our YouTube channel, our most popular video was the empty house tour. At the same time, you're like, don't be looking too hard at my empty house and the layout of my house.
Right.
Because, you gotta keep a certain but like level of safety, even when you're trying to show your life.
Yeah, and that is important. I'm glad you brought that up. That is a great angle. Just shout out to my dog. That's a great angle. Just because it's true. That's something we all got to keep in mind, people. Trust me, we're gonna be shooting a lot of content. We don't typically, yes, we had the house tour or whatever. You still don't know when we're home. You get what I'm saying? We don't shoot all around the house still.
Right. We don't show the outside of the house.
Every single room in the house. Like it's not like that. Now maybe over time that'll change, or we get excited when we purchase the new crib, the next crib, you know what I'm saying? The properties and all this kind of stuff. But the most important thing is take those additional safety measures. And that's what I think is important. Things like an alarm system,
cameras,
body rockers. You know what I'm saying? Because we keep a couple, just for fun. Just for fun. But so don't give us target practice. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be waiting for the moment. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yeah. Just whoever's stupid enough to try it.
We be waiting.
But it's important. Yeah, give me a reason. He just wants a reason. Don't give him one. That was a reasonable doubt reference. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But no, so just make sure that you always go about taking the proper safety and security precautions and things like that. God bless you. She go a couple more times. Yep. And just make sure you take those safety precautions before you start showing everything. You know what I'm saying? So just I keep it G like that. But
as far as being like vulnerable, I think
because that's the visibility side, vulnerable side.
We're doing better. I can speak for myself because I don't like being vulnerable anyways, not let alone on camera for others to see. But I'm trying to get better.
Yeah.
And, that was the struggle with, we talk about the lost episodes because we had like a moment. We've recorded since the first episode, I promise y'all. But we've been having issues like, technical issues with the sound, the video, whatever, or just like getting into a deep moment with each other. This is like almost like therapy for us, just talking to each other like this. And
facts.
I literally was crying in tears. And so
couldn't come back, couldn't recover.
Couldn't bring my mind back into the show. And I mean, I kind of did a little bit, but I don't know. That's why we didn't post that episode. But I think I don't have an issue with being vulnerable. It's not that I don't want to do it.
Right.
I just struggle with it a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm patient with that because I got a head start on you, but I'm still learning myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a head start with the Cannon Bros and stuff like that, just going. But it's not like, and we're literally a year and almost a year and a half.
Just
podcasting, being on camera, blah, 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 and getting used to timing and all this other stuff. So we're still perfecting it too. We just took the business approach because we already have a business. So we're like, okay, cool. So now create the media company and it kept growing. So thank y'all for the support anyways, by the way. But we all now, even me and you, we now have to get our rapport on camera, on the microphone.
Do you think y'all are vulnerable on the camera?
No, and that's the thing too. No, and we had to learn to. Well, no, we had to learn to be more vulnerable, right? So, like, and this, you know how transparent we are with this podcast, but we had to because it was at first we were like, we're coming over from the accounting, bookkeeping, financial service, tax world, and we're trying to bring that expertise over to a media platform, and that's what we were trying to give them. Mm-hmm. So we were focused so much on like the highest priority of why we're doing this that you forget that a podcast really is about a well-rounded view of you. Right. What you have to offer is valuable to people, and you're trying to show that. And it's okay to have a theme to your podcast or a theme to your show or whatever, but you can get so deep into that, you're like playing up a caricature of yourself. Mm-hmm. You're not really like that all the time. So the more you spend on camera, which is a lot of time out of your life, business, whatever like that, then you go, you know what? I just want to be a little bit more me. And you know me. I was like, this, no. No, bro. Yeah. Because you get to
you even tried to make your character on the Cannon Bros like more you.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's for sure. Yeah, what y'all see on the Cannon Bros for sure is me. You know, it's me having a conversation about the business in the industry that I'm in and what I know. But it really is like that's really me now versus before, but at the very, very beginning. Right. So yeah, I thought that was just extremely important. Corey's gotten like loosened up and learned to be more of himself. And we've gotten that advice as well from people that have had the type of results that we're trying to get. People even that are like social media coaches and things like that, podcast coaches, they're in the audio edit, all these type of this game that we've received, right? They've pointed back to that same thing. When it comes to vulnerability, people got to be able to see it. Yeah. And so, by the way, we if we're able to recover, because you know how just files and devices and things that are trying to sync and export.
I still want to post that episode.
Right.
We're gonna edit it and try to get as much as we can from it.
Right.
Just so
we'll get it. So eventually y'all will see it, and we'll make sure it's indicated that it's one of the lost episodes, so you get to kind of see, where we started and what we were trying to do at the time. And that's what's great about time itself and growing with the audience, growing with your family and your people, is getting to see the growth of maybe an individual or two, So yeah. But yeah, man, that's basically that, man. We just wanted to make sure come back into the office one time and holler at y'all.
Out for y'all because we do be working and we're trying to balance our life and all the new challenges we have and ideas we have going. And,
yes, Lord.
So, but we out here working.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So
make sure you follow us on Instagram. We are very active on there.
Okay.
Follow us on TikTok. I'm trying to getting more active.
Yeah. Kiss my
jack. You can follow me on TikTok though. I'm active as fuck. And then follow the Cannon Bros.
Yeah, all that.
Harvest.
Yeah, all that. Y'all know. Yeah.
YouTube. All of it.
Yeah. Y'all know. I'm on IG. So at Harvest AFJD. That's just what it is. But man, we appreciate y'all kicking it with us. From our crib to yours, man. If you enjoyed this, like I said, hey, make sure you share it with somebody that you think is would deem it valuable or whatever. just come kick it with us. You know, roll something up, smoke something, get your tea, and come get some tea and all that. All right? We're the Duncans, man. Y'all go love and live some life, man. And we out.